Can I ask a simple question? How did we survive? What if everything we've learned is all a lie? How do you know which way to go? How to decide? Moral compass based on what you can provide.
And we're live.
We live.
What's up, guys?
What's going
What's
on?
up?
You guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm KP, vocalist for Waking TERA.
I'm Zach, guitarist, one of the guitarists for Waking TERA.
And we actually are the founding members of the band.
The founding fathers.
The founding fathers. Yes.
Yeah. I'm Fran Savage of the Savage Ladies of Metal. Nice to meet you guys.
Same.
Nice to meet
yeah.
you.
So how do you guys get the name?
Every time. Go ahead, KP.
All right. So we started the band. Our rehearsal spot was at Zach's house in Garner, North Carolina. And his fiance at the time was in the middle of nursing school. His fiance's name is TERA. So we started the band. We were probably practicing for like a good 2-3 months. No name, just kind of writing music, doing whatever. We had a lot of late nights, a lot of partying and drinking after practice. So one night we're like, okay, hey, we got to figure out a name. Got to figure out a name.
It had been forever. I don't know why we couldn't come up with anything.
We just couldn't settle. We couldn't. So we're drinking at like 2-3 in the morning, just throwing out random names like, yo, we could call ourselves Pretzels. Yeah. Like dumb shit. And we just kept on doing that. And we were being really, really loud in the house. And somebody said, we better be quiet. We're going to wake up TERA. And I was like, Waking TERA, that's a fucking name, man. And from that night, we actually just wrote down a bunch of those random names. And we did like a playoff bracket.
Okay.
With 16 names that we chose. And Waking TERA was one of them. And it eventually won.
That is awesome. Yeah. That is great. How does she feel about that? Does she feel honored that she is the main reason that your band's name exists? I mean, that's awesome. I would love it. I would think that's great.
Well, the bad thing is she had to go. She had to go. She was a no-no. So now we say it's Waking Earth without the extra R. Yeah, she had to go.
She was the meaning after that was gone. We're like, yeah, we're waking the Earth. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So she probably likes it now, but I don't know if she likes it or not, but it ain't for her no more.
We're being real.
Well, it's set in stone now from day one, right? 10 years at least, 10, 11 years.
We're not changing it. We're in it.
Yeah, we're in
it. That is awesome. So, like, literally, you guys have been around for about 10, 11 years, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we old as hell.
Well, actually, so Zach had kind of started the band with some other members from another band he had, and they reached out to me, I think Christmas of 2009. I think I had a band mix page, and that's how they got up with me. And I kind of joined so I joined, the beginning of 2010 is when we kind of like formed the band. And it was almost kind of instant when I met Zach. I came to his house, and there's a story because I was in another band. I randomly got a message from this band from Garner saying, hey man, come try out. We like your vocals, blah, blah, blah. I go up there. I don't know any of these dudes. It's all online, and this was through MySpace at the time.
Wow.
And Bandcamp. Anybody ever remembers that?
Yeah. It was years. Anyway, so I go up with my wife, and we pull up to the house. Now, the house is really nice. It's in a nice neighborhood. But my wife is like, you don't know these people. What if they're like KKK? They're going to kill you. So she's like, I'm gonna wait at the door, and you need to signal for if it's okay or not. So I walk in. I met Zach, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, we're good. And I wave my wife, like, no, it's okay. They're not gonna kill me. And I think that day we wrote our first. Well, they had the startings of one of our first songs, and I wrote the lyrics that day. And it wasn't really like a tryout. Like I just jumped in, sang, and Zach after the song, he's like, so you're gonna be our singer, right? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And I mean,
so it wasn't even a tryout. It wasn't even a tryout at that point. It was just like,
no,
please.
He's like, we're doing it, right?
You're in.
Yeah.
I also did that with Saucy. It's like I never gave him the option. I'm like, you're going to be in the band. You're it.
Right.
You're the one.
You're the one. You're it.
You sealed the deal walking in that door. That's awesome. Oh yeah. Robert, you want to take turns? How you want to do this here?
I think we have a Mandy. I'm trying to get her in.
Okay, so I'll keep going. I will just keep it going. Again, I apologize for my voice. You might hear it crack every now and then because of me being sick. All right, so you guys have been around then for 10, 11 years. Well, in your case, your walk-in as opposed to tryout. It's more like 12 years.
Right.
How do you think your sound has progressed from when you first started? Have you gotten stronger? Have you got, where have you come? How far have you come since then? The whole band, both of you.
Man, that's really hard to say. So
I think it's a huge jump. I hate listening to the early stuff. I hate it.
I think it was
like,
good.
Why did I do that?
For the time period. So we came in with this love for like new metal.
Take nap time.
Oh my goodness, Saucy. Hey, Saucy.
What's up?
Let's see what I just hear.
Oh, did it just now put me in?
Yeah.
Oh, I was in whenever Zach was talking about how he told me I was going to join the band.
Oh, nice.
Well, you're here now.
Well, welcome back, I guess.
Welcome back.
So anyway, we were really big into like that new metal era. We loved Deftones and Korn and Limp Bizkit and all that stuff. And both of our previous bands weren't doing that, and we're coming together like, no, we want to write that kind of music. Deftones was really number one. We all kind of loved it, and we're like, okay, that realm of music. And I think it took a little while for us to really like find the sound that Waking Terror would be. So those first couple of years, just trial and error. I came from a very, very American metal background in my previous band, so I was just getting into like the singing portion of what we do. So like those first 2 albums, I'm like, it's not the best. Like I listen back now and I'm like, I could have done better.
You are your worst. You're always going to be your worst hypocrite, or your worst fucking judger.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
But we were still trying to figure it out. What we really wanted to come out of it, and then we had some member changes over the years, so clearly that dynamic in itself changes the sound over the years. And I'd say this last release that we have, Transition, was probably the most Waking Terra as far as everything we've done with all the different elements. And it's a little heavy, it's a little soft, it's a little melodic, it's a little aggressive, and it's kind of all of that as far as what Waking Terror does.
I agree.
It kind of has like an early. You guys kind of have a kind of early Seven Dust kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like early Seven Dust, like I'm gonna say probably the Bitch album.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can dig it. I'll take that. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know, when I was a teenager, I didn't sing in bands, but I sang at home, and that album, specifically that one and Home, were the ones I practiced in this big mirror in my living room, like with the microphone, just like you can. It's crazy how, you know, that it kind of comes out. I mean, I wouldn't say I sound just like LeJean, but I'm definitely influenced by LeJean, and also like the heavy hitting grooves that we do. You're like, no, that sounds like Seven does too. I don't know how, it just does.
And I
apologize. I'm laughing because I see Saucy. He had his tag just like flapping around in the camera. I'm like, what is he trying to show us? What is that?
My bad. My bad.
It's all
right,
good.
I'm gonna ask a deep question here. This is for all of you, everybody that's here. What do you want to keep as your legacy?
I'll let you guys go.
Wait, who's going first? Go ahead, KB. Repeat the question. I'm there's like a slow person in front of me, and I was kind of like trying to maneuver around.
Okay, what do you want to keep? What do you want to keep as your legacy?
Oh, you accept it. Mommy, come on. Let's go home.
As far as the music or why we do what we do?
Life in general.
Oh, life in general? Oh, wow.
And your mom dropped you off at daycare.
Knowing that I did everything I could to follow my dream, my passion. I'm a father of 4, and I'm always preaching to them, follow your dreams. You could do anything you put your mind to. And for a while, I did the whole puppet work world thing, and you know, Zach and KP really brought me back to music, and I haven't turned back, and I put everything into it. We've been on tours. You know, I've got a great wife who supports me, and you know, she let me not work for like 2 years so we can just play shows and shows and shows and more shows. And I just really want my children to see that no matter what you do, you follow your dreams, you can achieve them.
Your mom's gonna be mad at me if I lose you.
That's the legacy I want to leave behind. Just follow your dreams.
Respect.
Oh.
Respect on that one.
Who's next?
You next, David?
Huh?
You going or you want me to go? Yeah, I'll go.
You go.
My thing, you know how when you're a teenager and you're looking up to all these people and musicians and bands, and or even before, you know, when you're young, how they influence you and how they kind of mold you, even as a musician, or if you're not a musician, just how it changes your life. I want to do that for people as well. I want people to look at our music, not necessarily me, but our music, or maybe my guitar style or whatever, writing style. I want people to take what I took from it and gain something from it, or help them through something, or help them, just help them get out of a dark rut or whatever. That's the legacy I want to leave. I want people to be, I guess, touched or have some type of influence on people in that way, musically.
Respect.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Mine in similar vein, I guess. It's twofold, because I have the music over here, and you know, I'm a father of 3, and I've been a father for almost 18 years now. Yes, I have a almost 18-year-old.
Because you're old.
So, you know,
Wait, hold on. I got almost a 21-year-old. Don't go there.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
My bad.
Yeah. Stop your stuff.
I got you, kid. I got you, man.
Appreciate that. So, you know, leaving a legacy with them is, you know, the life lessons, clearly, as a father, you know, whatever that is. So for my boys, teach them how to be a man, and I want that to stay with them. Like, no, my dad taught me how to do the right thing, and whatever that looks like. For my daughter, it's different because it's my daughter. So, teach her how to be a badass. I don't know. I want to leave the legacy with them that, I helped, and that was my role all across everything I touched. Was I offered that support for them and for the people around me. That's what I want to leave. And musically, I guess it shifts because I want to be very thoughtful in the message that I send in the lyrics that I write. We just opened up for Cold over the weekend, and I hadn't thought about how much of a fan I was as a teenager until I was sitting there in front of them, and I knew all the words to every song, and it took me back to the feelings I had as a teenager, being alone and isolated, and you need something that's like you, and you're like, okay, this is me, and I found it through this band, and being able to create that link and being that person or that band for somebody going through some tough times, and they're saying, you know what, that one song you wrote helped me get through this time, whatever that time period is. That's the legacy I'd want to leave with the music, with the stamp of Waking TERA. Is if we can do that for one person, that's enough, and so it's help, support in many different areas.
See, those are beautiful legacies. I mean, just all of it, it's all valid. It comes down to what what you leave behind for your kids to learn from, and to see what you did and what you've gone through and what you sacrificed for them so you can be where you're at. And that's the way, I feel the same way. That's killers, that's good. That's great parenting. That's a great way of thinking. And it helps you progress forward when you got the right things guiding you forward, and kids, children, family, especially today, more than anything. Absolutely. So I'm gonna jump in here. I got a whole list of questions, so let's see what I can get through. This is for all of you. Now, you've all been doing this for a long time. It's a passion, it's a love, and I get that. Do you have any musicians in your family that helped feed that fire to help you grow? Did you grow up in the music and music scene, or was this something that you developed on your own? And how did you go about it?
Oh, we wait.
KP's not going first for any questions.
Oh, he's waiting on us. So he can bounce off.
No, I give you. That's a good leader. I'm saying you guys lead it. I'm getting out of the way so you can say your piece.
Mine's pretty simple. My mom sang and played piano, and my mom and dad were hippies, so they were all about music and getting high and having a good time, all that good stuff. But music was in my life very early, all different types, and I didn't really start playing until my brother-in-law. He started playing guitar, and I ended up getting the drums because I wanted to play with him, which I was into music. But it was my brother-in-law mainly with the guitar. And once I started seeing him getting amps and distortion pedals, and I was like, man, that is so cool. So I just decided that's what I want to do. I wanted to try an instrument. I tried guitar and drums and fell in love with both of them. And it was it's history after that. I was hooked because I already had a love for music anyway. So, yep, my brother-in-law and my mom and dad for sure. Rest in peace, both of them. They're not with me no more, but yeah, they had a big influence on me with music.
That's cool. So that started at a young age.
Oh yeah, I was probably some of my early memories are, hearing them with the loudspeakers playing whatever, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. My dad was into like old school country, Conway, Twitty, and Patsy Cline. They were into everything. So yeah, earliest memories is definitely music.
Musically well-rounded family. That's awesome. Well, yeah. What about you, Saucy?
Yeah.
So I started
First
music
got me.
very young
Come here.
and not by choice. I was actually forced into it. Um,
Yeah.
Sixth grade, was told I was going to play trombone because I wasn't going to get into any trouble. So yeah, I was in band,
Go to houses
and
hit
I
F.
actually liked it. I mean, I like
Go to
being able to make
houses
sounds,
and
and
hit
it
X.
turned into art. I don't know. It just pulled me to it, and just I gained passion for it. I used to band used to be right after our recess or our break, what have you, and I would sit right through recess and practice my trombone because I couldn't practice at home. Funny enough, they forced me into playing, but they didn't want to hear me practice at home, so I had to practice at school. It's actually band was how I met KP, except for he wasn't KP back then. He was Trip. Met him in high school, and he had cornrows, and we were in all county band together. And I was just like, "Hey, bro, you can't hog all the action," because all the girls were all over him playing with his cornrows. And he's like, "Yo, my name is Trip, man. You know, I'll just keep it real." So yeah, that's how I met him. But how I got into rock was my stepdad. I used to listen to a lot of rap and stuff like that. My stepdad says, "You're gonna stop listening to this garbage and you're gonna listen to some real music." And yeah, he introduced me to Guns N' Roses, and that was all she wrote. He got me my first guitar,
I could say it.
and I started to play. You know, at first it was high school freshman. Let's see how many pennies I could drop. Then it turned into a passion. Hey, they call me Saucy for a reason. I'm just being real with you.
All right. So how many did you drop?
Yeah, I got about 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? You learn some pretty licks on the acoustic guitar, and you know it just happens. But I mean, it turned into something more. I was just playing more and more. I was playing Eric Clapton, some all kinds of shoot. Jimi Hendrix. I used to play Jimi Hendrix on the guitar. And then my buddy I always played with, he was like, "Hey man, we should start a band." I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm down." And he was just like, "Except for we need somebody to play bass. I nominate you." I was like, "Bro, I'm getting demoted to bass. What?" So whenever I said yeah, I mean, I decided to just make it one of those things where nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, that's the bass player for that band." No, that's Saucy. He plays bass in Waking Terror. You know, that just has been my life mission to own the bass and be able to utilize it to the best of my abilities. And I fell in love with bass. So I mean, I've done heavy metal, I've done hardcore metal, I've done metalcore, but it just playing music is just something about it. There's a high whenever I'm on stage. I'm on the only musician in my family, but hey, my daughter, she wants to play bass, so maybe new generation.
Definitely need some more female musicians out there. They're starting to come out in full force. Definitely give her the push she needs for that.
Did you know you can get something for money?
Hey Trip, it's your turn.
Yeah, I know. Just
Why?
Yeah, I'm going to ask about that too.
So before I explain mine,
pretend I hold you.
so yes, I met Saucy in all county band. Was that middle school? I'm thinking it was middle school.
Yeah, eighth grade. Eighth grade was the first year.
We met, and we have been in 3 bands together. We were in a band together in high school called Civil Disobedience. It was kind of like punk, rock, metal mix. It was weird, but it was cool because it was like, yeah, fuck the man. And then that band where Saucy was nominated to play bass, I played guitar in that band. That was From Ashes Arise, and then now Waking Terror. So we have a long history, me and Saucy. I've known him since I was 14.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm one of the students, not one of the parents.
13, 14. Yep. Kids.
Yeah, we're both.
Now we're old men.
So that was a
You're old.
saucy trip, huh? Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, we're
the nickname was for a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
nice.
drugs.
That's nice.
Okay, a lot of drugs in high school. We were bad
going
kids,
to the bathroom.
and I was the friend that wanted to mess with everybody when they were high.
Hurry up, and then you use it.
Yeah, yeah. And so I got the nickname because I'd always mess with people. Like I'd wait till everybody's like straight, like in
Get
the deep
out.
and start like, yeah,
Okay.
stuff like that. And they're like, man, stop tripping me out, man. Trip. And it just kind of stuck. But I don't go by that anymore. That was a different time period.
No, I didn't go in. Look, this is what I did go in here.
But he likes to bring it up for some reason and tell people. I'm like,
Oh, absolutely.
It's got a good story. It's got a good story. You gotta hear it. You gotta hear it.
I guess. Anyway, so my mom was big into music. All I remember from my childhood was we had this room. I was born in Brooklyn, so we lived in Brooklyn. My mom had this room with like velvet, what do you call it, drapes wrapped around the room. And I'm knowing as an adult, it was the party room. That's where they did all the drugs and drinking and stuff.
Right.
But they had this old school, what do you call it, record player with like the floor subs and all that good stuff and crates of records, like 45s. And I remember being 3 years old, going in there and like putting on like Michael Jackson, Thriller, and whatever they had, Al Green, blah, blah, blah. So my first real memories of life is like music related. Being from New York, I love theater. You know, it's just kind of a thing when you live there. It's just part of your life. I actually started singing and doing community theater as a child, but it's not. Clearly it's not metal. It's show tunes, Cats, and Phantom of the Opera or whatever. I'm actually not the better singer. My older sister was the singer. She did pageants. She was Miss North Carolina. She was, all this good stuff. So I started in community theater. I did vocal lessons then as a kid, but it seemed like it was more of her thing. So I kind of pulled out of that. I started playing saxophone. That's what I played in marching band and concert band. And when I was 11 is when I asked for a guitar. I'm like, no, I want to like rock, And I started with Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, like that realm of music, and just kind of built from there. I didn't want to sing in a rock band. I'm like, no, I want to make the music and let somebody else sing. And so until I was 22, 23, I played guitar. Didn't sing at all, no background vocals. It was like two separate lives, like show tunes, singing, metal, I'm playing guitar. And the band right before Waking TERA, these guys I went to school with, they knew I sang choir and all this good stuff. They called me up and said, hey, man, we really need a singer. We know you don't sing this style, but, come try it out and see. I think I tried out with like Alice in Chains songs, stuff like that. And they were like, yeah.
Okay.
And they gave me homework and they're like, all right, we really want you to scream. Like, that's what we want you to do. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that at all. And they're like, well, just, check out some bands and, try to find your voice, whatever that is. And I ended up listening to like Lamb of God and God Forbid, that new American metal wave, Shadows Fall, All That Remains.
Okay.
And then I found this DVD for Melissa Cross. I don't know if you heard of her. She does all the big name metal vocalists. And so I ordered both of her DVDs and kind of started with that. And I'm like, okay, well, this will teach me how to do it. Now, I was really crappy for like the first 2 years. I mean, bad. It was bad. I destroyed every tape I had, every CD I had of that. But then, you know, when I joined Waking Terror, I'm like, okay, I want to do that, but sing too, and more like Phil or Howard Jones from Killswitch. And it's taken me a while, but I'm kind of getting to what I really like now. That was a lot. Long-winded.
It's not a bad thing, though. I mean, it's the drive. You know, you keep growing, you keep finding more and more what you're really into. You know, and what you're really capable of. You don't know until you try. Sometimes it's when you're 40. You know, or 35. Depends how old you guys are. I don't know.
Yeah, 35, 36.
36.
Kind of 35. Kind of.
Kind of close. Well, see, I can still pull off 25. Then,
What's up, baby?
That's good.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
I actually have a fan question here from Nestor from Nova Omega.
Oh, good old Nestor.
Oh,
He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude.
Well, what is your favorite band you've opened up for?
Ooh.
Killswitch Engage. Killswitch Engage.
That's tough.
Ah, man. I can give you a top 3. I can't say one in particular. Cold, funny enough, is probably in my top 3 because of that emotional connection I have. Like, no, it meant something to me, you know. Like, it was like a bucket list item that I didn't know was on the bucket list.
I feel you on that.
You know, Hell Yeah was a great show. We opened up
Great
for Hell
show.
Yeah. That was probably one of our bigger shows. And yeah, so many.
Y'all gonna hate me because the one I opened up for it wasn't even with. Oh, Raw was cool.
Raw was probably one of the best shows we played.
I'm gonna go Skindred. I don't know if anybody knows who Skindred is, but I didn't even open up for him with this band. But that was cool as hell to me. So Skindred. Just meeting those guys.
Well, that kind of actually leads to my next question. I was going to say, you know, opening up for the major national acts, you know, how did you guys, you know, when that first started happening, before it became more of a frequent thing, you know, how did you prepare for that? How did you feel when you first got that call? You know, and how did you prepare for something like that? Because you know you were going next level.
Right.
Oh, he's cutting out.
He's cutting out.
Yeah.
He's cutting out.
Pretty much says it all then, I guess, right?
That's too funny.
Did I sound weird?
No,
It was cutting out. I didn't hear
It can't be. Might be my connection.
Oh, that wasn't on purpose.
No, he's got T-Mobile.
Okay.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. When it first started happening, I mean, you know, it was me, Zach, and our old bassist Chester, where we got it was like Power Man 5000 was a show. We did Orgy, we did Non-Point, and In This Moment before like In This Moment was like huge. It was, she was still in like the baby doll dress or whatever.
Yeah, I love Marie. I absolutely love her. Absolutely.
So good. So good live. Anyway, so I think that was the Jingle Ball tour of 2010. And we kind of we were shooting for that. Like, we're like, okay, yeah, we can play bars and all this stuff, but no. We need to play on that stage with those people. And back then, and we practiced 8 hours on Saturday, every Saturday, just like nonstop
practices back in the day.
Over and over and over. Now I live far away. I live 2 hours from where Zach was, so we couldn't do it throughout the week. So Saturday was our day, and I think for those couple of shows, we did like a Saturday, Sunday. We're like, no, all weekend we are playing these songs until we cannot play them anymore, to be ready for that. And as far as doing the show, man, it was just, we all agreed to have the energy. Like, that's what it was about. We're like, okay, yeah, play the songs how they should be played, but we need to go out here and move like we enjoy our music,
Make a statement, I guess.
Right. Well, we wanted to be, it was a 6-piece. So first of all, just how we looked on stage, it looked eye-catching, I guess. And we're like, okay, let's just go in. We got to do like the new metal, like, up and down. And we had synchronized jumping that we did. It was a lot. But
now we just go back. Yeah.
It worked because people are like, who are these guys? And even after those first couple of shows, or I guess after we play, people are coming to the merch stand like, hey, what's the next city that you're going to? Like, we were on the tour. We're like, no, we live here. This is
we know.
But it was a lot of practice. We talked about the stage show a lot. But then we really focused on
energy.
Yeah, bringing the energy. Like, that's what we wanted to do. Just shake up the crowd. But we really focused on what we did with the fans after we played. That was really the focus. So we had somebody at the merch stand for after we played. We went and talked to people like, hey, did you check out our set? What'd you think? How did you feel? All this good stuff. And then at the end of the night, we'd go outside as people are leaving and we're passing out flyers, or then it was like burnt CDs of Waking Terra. So we're just giving them a single like, here, man, check us out. And that's really how we kind of made our name in that time period was that kind of work that we were putting in and the energy that we were trying to bring for a live show.
That's cool. What about you guys? How did you feel? How did you go about that transition?
Well, I played in, I think it was 2007 when I played in a band called Storm the Gates, and the first national that we played was Drowning Pool.
Oh, God.
And we played one show. Drowning Pool was literally my second show as in an official band. And I can tell you that I was so freaking nervous. I stood there like a tree the whole time because it was so new to me. And then after that, that's when what you were talking about, KP, trying to bring the energy. That's when that conversation happened. It's like, I do not want to be a tree on stage.
Right.
Nobody wanted to,
When you see those videos back, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that high school talent show kid anymore.
Right.
Nice.
I'll be honest. Zach, from the start, he had his moves. Like, he knew what he was doing on stage. He's got his little.
Zach's got his own way of throwing down, and it is unique to Zach and only Zach.
But it started from day one. Like, he was going on.
Yeah, I just let it take over. I don't choreograph it or nothing. I just let whatever I feel take over.
I've tried to replicate like the way that you headbang on stage. I'm like, how does he do that and play at the same time? But
I'm probably fucking up a lot. I don't know.
Nah, you don't, man. Every time I look at videos of you playing, I'm like, damn, Zach's badass.
Yeah. You get that.
I think the same thing when I see so many bands, on stage, and I see some even the bassists, when they're just doing all kinds of crazy shit on stage, jumping up and down, doing spins, and they're still killing that shit. I'm just like, I can't even walk straight.
Right. when they do that stuff, you can tell that they're looking for that spot in the set where they can be like, I'm going to stop playing my instrument for this 2 seconds where I can throw my guitar around my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That 2-second break, man. What can you do for that? You know, I get it. That's funny.
yeah, we play with a Light Divided, and they have their song set up where they have little samples that might play in like a teeny little part of the song where it plays like a little sample that goes into the next part, and they'll spin their guitars around, and then it goes into the next part.
Have you ever fell off stage?
KP almost did in June.
Yeah, this just happened a couple months ago.
It was in June.
It was so bad. I didn't fall completely, okay? I didn't like bust my ass. But we're playing this outside venue. We're playing one of our softer songs where it starts with like a little soft vocals and keyboard. And I'm like in it like a ballad, like, oh yeah. And I put my foot on the monitor as I'm singing, and I'm like, and it starts flipping over, and I said, oh, in the middle of the song.
And in the middle of the song, he's like, it feels good. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Is there any
the
footage?
microphone.
I bet that felt real good. It felt real good.
Is there any footage of that?
Look, all I saw was my like man part splitting in half. That's what I saw. And I'm like, oh, it's happening now. Oh God. No more kids. Oh God.
That's fun as hell. All right, so what for any of you or all of you, what are your craziest fan moments? Like running on stage, or if you jumped off stage, to play or sing in the audience, or if they jumped on stage, what is the craziest moment that you have been a part of or dragged into?
You guys?
Mm.
I know mine. Okay, so
which one? What is yours?
We were playing in Fayetteville, North Carolina, playing the Rock Shop. And I think they got rid of the barrier. And so, I mean, there was no space. Like everybody was right in front of the stage where, they could touch you and stuff. And I tend to put my foot on the monitor as I'm singing, just kind of Captain Morgan style.
Okay.
Right?
It seems to be your thing.
It's my thing. It's the thing. You think I would learn. So I have my leg up there, and this one girl in front is trashed. I mean, absolutely trashed.
Yeah.
You remember, Zach?
Hold
you
on.
remember? So, yes. All right. So I'm singing, and she's like vibing and still a little drunk. She starts rubbing my leg as I'm singing.
Wait, rubbing?
This is my leg, and she's like rubbing up my leg mid-song. Now, mind you, I'm married, and my wife is sitting over here in the booth, and she's crazy.
Did your voice get higher and higher as her hand went higher and higher?
I tried to just play it off and like, oh, no, it's cool. And she just kind of came off. But every time I came back up to the stage, that's what she was doing. And I'm like, I mean, this is my spot on stage. I don't know what else to do.
Find a new spot.
I kept on walking back behind Zach, like, man, you see this? This girl was like raping my leg over here while we're playing. It's not cool.
I was just laughing.
And Zach was drunk, just like, yeah, that's cool.
Rubber band. No. It's funny as hell.
Man, I'm surprised that girl didn't get cut. I'm just saying. It was crazy.
You got a good woman in your hands. You got a good woman on your hands. I get that on every level. So
that's
what about you guys?
Definitely. Like,
oh, go ahead, Ben.
Some of the mosh moments where you see somebody just get absolutely wrecked in the pit,
Mm-hmm.
to the point where you almost feel like you got to stop to make sure that everybody's okay. You know what I mean? But I think Saucy, what was the show that we played Was it Five Finger? I think it was, where the pit was just, it took up almost all of Hooligan's floor, and I felt so
Oh
bad for
no,
everybody that
no
was
that
not trying to be in that.
no
Was
that
that
was that
all
was
remains?
that was all that remained. Yeah, because we did a
Yeah.
wall of death.
Oh god, that's right. Oh dude, but yeah, and from seeing it from 5 feet off the floor, everybody's down below you, and you see everything happening.
You're like, oh
Uh,
no,
Yeah, I'm
no.
like, I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that right now, because I'd probably get an elbow to the eye socket or something. So,
Well, see, I'm torn with those scenarios because you want them to be having so much fun that they're like releasing like that, but then you're
Yeah.
like, I don't want anybody to really get hurt. Like,
Yeah.
They love it. They love it.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's true. It's true.
but that one particular show I'm talking about, there were definitely people that were not trying to be involved in it, and they were
Yeah, that
stuck
always
in
sucks.
the middle of it.
So it's the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah,
But you also
I've been-
know it can happen anytime when you, especially the closer you are to the stage, you're taking that chance. You just hope it doesn't happen when you're right there.
right.
Or
Yeah.
you jump right in.
Been there plenty of times in my life. Plenty of times.
Right. What were you about to
I've
say,
been there a
Zach?
couple times. Oh no, nothing. Mine was pretty much the KB thing. That's about the only time I remember me being like, "What?" I was loving it. Like, you're in trouble.
Not good, man. Not good.
That's too funny.
Probably for me, the most amazing experience I ever had with fans. When we played with Killswitch Engage, I have a wireless and I like to show off. So I walked off stage and walked into the crowd, and it was probably the most intense thing I've ever experienced. A mosh pit formed around me, a circle pit formed around me, and I had hooligan security, like making sure they didn't hit me and stuff like that. So it was pretty intense just to see all the bodies and the mayhem going on around me, like within spitting distance. I mean, like closer than that. And like I could feel the sweat and the blood like hitting my face as they're going around me. It was so intense, but so amazing at the same time.
That's really cool.
He does like to show off. That's true.
Hey,
That's-
they call me saucy for a reason, bro. Saucy for a reason.
Right.
That's awesome. That's cute. Rob, you got any? You got any more?
I was just thinking real quick. Sorry. All right, I normally ask this question. Do you remember Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who would you want to fight?
Like a band or a person?
Say that again.
Like waking TERA against somebody, or
It could be a Royal Rumble, or it could be
What
one-on-one.
celebrity would I
I
like
mean,
to punch in the face? Hold on, I got a couple.
Zach probably has a couple. Let's be
I
honest.
got one. Island Boys.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know who they are.
Island Boys right now.
I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not ringing a bell.
Oh, they're on like Instagram and TikTok. Where
Oh,
literally,
okay, so they're not in our.
but it's
not
the
in our
most
realm.
annoying thing when you come across their video.
They're not in
The
our
other
realm.
thing is-
Okay.
I'm an island boy. Oh my God.
Zach would probably definitely do a Royal Rumble with who was it? Flaw?
No.
Who
Oh,
we
I
about to
know.
fight? Was it Flaw or who?
I know for Zach.
Dude.
Which was
I
the
know.
band that at the rock shop we almost got into it with?
Like, he looks like,
It was a-
Zach, you look like you're playing innocent on this one.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
pleading the fifth, bro.
Yeah,
Zach
I see
has a
that
couple.
He's pleading the fifth.
All right.
Hey,
If we're
I'll
looking
go-
at band to band,
There's Candlebox.
It was Candlebox. I knew it.
Okay.
I knew it. Candlebox.
You gotta hear about
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Or trap would be a good one.
No. Well, no. It was Candlebox Singer, and we didn't even play a show with them. I was the guitar tech, and they were just they were rude, man. They were rude, and I was just trying to help them out, and they were just douchebags. All right, Candlebox. I hope you one day see this. I'm coming for you, Celebrity Deathmatch. Let's do it.
Oh, that's too funny. That's too
That
funny.
is awesome.
That is awesome.
And I want to introduce that shit. I'm trying not to swear. I want to introduce that whole fight. I want to get up on that stage. I want to introduce it. I want to see that shit firsthand.
Nice.
He was mad because his strap was twisted. Don't you ever fucking bring me a strap? I was like, I haven't ever done this before, man. Shit. Like, I was a tech. I was like young as fuck. And anyway, it's all good. Celebrity Deathmatch now. Let's go. Let's run it.
I'll back it.
Oh, speaking of being in a ring, that midget wrestling is tonight at Hooligans.
That's random.
Oh yeah, the midget wrestling.
Yeah.
The micro wrestling. Sorry, micro wrestling.
So random, Ben. So random.
It happens. It happens.
We actually
Celebrity
opened up.
Deathmatch, being in a ring, midget wrestling.
Makes sense. We
Those
actually opened up for
Kinda
one of
random.
their shows in Fayetteville. It was like us, another band, and then straight into the micro wrestling.
Too funny. All right, well, you know what? I wanted to ask you. I know we've been kind of having some fun with some random questions, but I wanted to talk about Transition. Latest song,
Yeah.
killer song, great video. You know, what was the influence of that? You know, who is the main lyricist? Who writes most of the songs, or all of them?
I write all the lyrics.
Yeah.
Hey,
What was your influence for that? It was a great song. I really like it.
You know, I was in a specific headspace, I guess, writing the lyrics to all the songs for this EP. Trying to do a lot of self-reflection and kind of see where I am personally, like in my journey as a human kind of thing. And a lot of the lyrical content was about accepting where I am right now and saying, you know, I've made a lot of growth over the years, and I want to be able to accept that and go past this and get better as a person, get better as a dad, get better as a singer, you know, all of that stuff. I'm a college student right now, so I wanted to get better at you know, being studious in that career that I plan to do after music and all that stuff. So a lot of it centered around being better, being a better person, being more knowledgeable. So we have the song Edify, which is about, like, that's what the song is about, is saying, you know, don't just accept what is here. Do the research yourself, find out for yourself the answers for you. And that could be religious, that could be, you know, socially, whatever. Transition is about making that change and being this better person and saying, everybody around me, leave me alone and let me be on my journey. I know I've messed up. I know I've, you know, done this in the past, but let me grow. Let me grow. Transition into what I should be, whatever that is. So that's kind of where the whole idea came from. And I was looking at the different songs lyrically, and that's where the transition came from. So I'm like, that's what we're in. Me and Zach are talking about it, like we're in this point in our lives where we're shifting things into, I don't know what it's going to be, but we're shifting and transition.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, of course, we're going to have a COVID question. You know, during the whole COVID thing, everything was shutting down more last year. Did you take that time as a band to grow and do more work together, or did it take you a step back and you had to rethink where you were going and what you wanted to do? How did you guys cope with that and get through it?
We went to the studio and recorded. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We just took that time. We're like, we're not gonna be playing shows, so let's hunker down and get in the studio and put something out. So,
Well, I think we spent more time at the studio than what we would normally do. Normally, like especially for a band at our level, you pay for a week, you're going in, and bust them out so you can, get it out. Like, oh, well, we can't spend thousands of dollars. We got a budget, we got a time frame. All right, let's get it. And with COVID happening, we really spaced out those days. I mean, you're talking about weeks, a couple of months. So we had fresh ears coming in and listening to these songs as we're working them. So we're like, hey, let's fix this. Let's change that. Let me add this. So I feel like we had more time to craft the songs.
I'm sorry, I saw Ben yawn.
Sorry.
Dang it, baby! Stop it!
Don't do that.
So talking about going into this,
I was
into the
watching Ben.
studio.
I saw him yawn. That was it. I'm sorry.
So going into the studio with COVID, did you have to, like, one day it was you, one day it was you? Like, were you allowed all to be there, or was it separately? Vocals one day, drum one day, guitar one day. Did the studio make you split up?
No. I think we had laid all the drum tracks down prior to COVID. So we had all the foundation there.
Okay.
And so, like, when the guitars were going in, it's kind of when it happened, we had to kind of stop. Al was really cool about us coming in there. We had hand sanitizer everywhere. We sprayed everything down, just like.
yeah, he just said, "Don't come here sick." He'd be like, "Don't come here sick. If you're sick, stay home. We'll get you in another day." But we were all fine, and yeah.
If he heard,
we were on lockdown, so nobody was going anywhere.
Yeah, we were all kind of locked in, so we hadn't gone anywhere, and it's just like, hey, we can go to the studio. All right, and a few of us went, 3 or 4 of us maybe, but we still kept our distance from each other while in there. It was just kind of spread out.
So what do you use to record when you're at home?
Zach.
Saucy, what is that? Turn that down.
Oh, sorry.
What programs do you use at home?
We don't do a whole lot of at-home recording, but
No.
Whenever we do, Zach, you got Cubase.
Reaper.
Reaper is another one.
Logic? No.
No, we don't have a Mac.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Logic's a nice program, man. I got a band that uses that. But
yeah, we haven't really used much over the last couple of years.
I would love to get into
it for pre-pro.
Yeah, I would love to get into that for sure.
And for me, I don't write lyrics at rehearsal, so I get video when we're doing rehearsal of the new songs, and I take it home, and that's when I do my stuff.
Oh, okay.
On my phone.
Yeah, it's weird. A lot of times I'll loop something or have an idea and just send it with a video clip. And then when we get together, it's like, all right, let's put this together. Or, yeah, try this way or try that.
That's cool. So another question: when you guys first heard your music played on the radio, did the radio station tell you ahead of time that they were going to do it, or was it like you just happened to have the station on, you heard it? Where were you? Were you at home? Were you in the car? How did you react? How did that feel?
Zach, do you remember
that? When I do remember that. Did we know? We did know, right?
Yeah.
We knew a time frame, so we listened in that time frame.
Mm-hmm. So we've done quite a few shows for the radio station here in Jacksonville, or it was in New Bern, but Jacksonville is about an hour away. So they would put on shows and bring these national acts as part of their thing. So they knew who we were. And after a while, I think it was when Miss Demise came out, that one of the DJs, Ryan, heard it. And he was like, oh my God, no, we got to play this like on the radio. And so he did tell us the time frame. And we kind of, posted for everybody, hey, make sure you're listening within, from 12 to 5 or whatever, because they're going to play it.
That was Leon, wasn't it?
No, Leon was the hometown, the homegrown.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who
was the band. It was Ryan Daniels.
Ryan Daniels. That's right.
Yeah, with Tina. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool hearing it on the radio because that's what we like. Now it's fizzling out, but back then, even back then, I was like, "Oh, this is sick!" Like finally, I get to hear my shit on the radio or stuff. Sorry, yeah, I was pretty excited. That's like when you're.
I think I was home with my kids, like sitting in the car, and you really are like, okay, it's going to play from 12 to 5. All right, I'm sitting in the car.
You didn't move.
I'm not doing anything else. I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had my kids in the car, and they're like, Dad, that's you on the radio. I'm like, I know. It's so cool.
That's cute.
It was pretty cool.
How about you, Saucy? Welcome home.
Thank you.
How did you feel the first time you heard yourself?
Oh man, it was definitely a feeling, man, and there was a lot of firsts with Waking Terror. I mean, I've been in a lot of bands and played a lot of shows, but there was definitely a lot of firsts with Waking Terror. Just to be able to hear it on the radio, not as a like homegrown or a local thing, just played in the regular rotation with all these other amazing musicians. It was just mind-boggling and mind-blowing, and all my friends are hitting me up, dude, I just heard you on the radio. I was like, I know, like a little school girl. Oh my god, I'm on the radio. It was intense. It is freaking amazing. And then your kids hear it, and it just it took my breath away. It was so awesome.
Just my daddy.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'd say mine quickly shifted from like super excited to like super cool. Like, yeah, they should be playing our music on the radio.
About time, right? And now you're tearing it up, not just on the radio, but on stage and all over the place down south. You guys got any tours coming up?
No, that's next step.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So sad.
That's cool. You guys coming to
No.
Chicago? I would love to see you guys. I would definitely love to see you guys, meet you guys, maybe do a live interview right there too.
Same here in Jersey. If you want to come down here, I'm more than willing.
We've actually played. We played Jersey. We played
Dingbats.
Okay.
Quite a few years ago.
Okay. I'm not that far.
Okay.
I'm not that far.
So maybe we'll work our way back. But yeah, we're talking about a couple of different tours and the logistics of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be coming down to North Carolina, and what was it? Third week of January. My niece lives in North Carolina.
Nice.
And she's getting married. I don't know. Hold on, let me look this up. Give me a second. She's like more southern because my nephew, her brother, is just over the border in South Carolina, so like right close to the Charlotte area. I know that much.
Oh, okay.
How close are you guys to that area?
4 hours.
4 hours. We play Charlotte. We play Raleigh. We'll play
Greensboro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up right now. Hold on.
While you're looking that up, I see that you have new merch coming out.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. We just had a pre-order on a new design. And yeah.
It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick, by the way.
Thank you.
Zach, that's all Zach, man. He's our graphic design guy. He's just been putting out some clean stuff. Just awesome.
That's I know. Yes, I appreciate it. That's our artist. It's my secret artist. I can't tell y'all who it is.
Right? No, you can't share that information.
Yes,
But we got a guy. We got a guy.
we got a
Okay.
guy.
In the local scene, who would you want to play with?
In
Everybody.
the local scene?
All
I
of
said
them.
all of them.
All of them. Everybody. You know, we've been in the local scene, or you know, we're in the local scene for a while, and we've played with a lot of different bands. And because we were so spread out as members, we played all these different areas in North Carolina. So we were already set up for regional play. And what we've been doing recently is linking up with the more popular bands from the different areas, saying, hey, you know, we should be playing shows together to
Swap out.
maximize our, you know, our networking. So like we have a good following in Jacksonville, so we're like, look, let's swap. So we'll come play with you wherever you guys are, and we'll bring you to Jacksonville, kind of, you know, do that back and forth. That way they're building their fans where we are, and we're building our fans where they are. So all of them, everybody, whoever wants, let's do it. Let's set up some shows, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You make really good friends that way. Like, you don't know what band you're going to link with, and you know, you might find your new best friend out of this one band.
Right.
And we have a lot of friends in the local band scene, the regional band.
Cool.
Friends.
Everybody. Yeah.
Zach, you're cutting out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like you know, I befriended Mindy from Dying Oath probably a couple of months ago. You know, we've heard of who they are, listened to their music and stuff, but we don't really know them like that. And she went to the Cold Show, and that's when we met in person, and it was almost instant. Like, it feels like we've been friends for a long time. You know,
amazing person.
Right. And you know, it's really cool to be able to like be on the same level with musicians, and you know, we're going through the same struggles and same opportunities and stuff like that, and be able to kind of share, you know, our experience together. And that was really cool. Like, we just kind of spent like an hour and a half before our show just talking with her, the peeps. Yeah, it was cool, man. It was real cool.
Mm-hmm. Ben, your son's adorable.
Oh, thank you. Just randomly.
The mom kicked in right away. I'm like, aw. I miss those days when I could, you know, just stick a pacifier in her mouth and say, shut up.
He does that. I know that he's ready for bed when he does that. He'll come in, lay across me, and then run back to his room.
That's
It's like, put me to bed. I'm tired.
That's awesome. That's adorable. Well, just to throw it out there, I did find out what airport I'm coming in. I'm coming at Greensville.
Greenville, okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, my nephew said he's about 15, I think he said he's about 15, 20 minutes south of there, but we got to head north to get to to go see his sister get married. So wherever the hell that's at, somewhere in that area. So if you guys got a show the third week of January on a Friday, let me know. I'm going to drag his ass out and be like, come here, let me introduce you to a side you need to hear about.
Okay.
He's more into hip hop stuff. You know, if I can find a way to meet you guys, I'd be game.
Hey, maybe we'll try to set up a Greenville show.
There you go.
With that. Yeah.
Or give me, you know what? He owns like 18 acres. You could just bring everything out to his house and just rock out right there. You know?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Might be a little cold the week of January, but
it'd be a lot warmer than up here. I am so happy I'm going down there. It's damn cold, man.
Is it snowing? Is it snowing yet?
It did start. It actually started snowing about a week or so ago, but it's not sticking yet. But it has been snowing. And we're still walking around in t-shirts going. So So yeah, Mother Nature, she's all screwed up when it comes up here. She got 4 seasons in one day. Done. Not a problem. You know.
Yeah, we're going from like 37 in the morning to 80 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, so you guys are just as your weather's just as chaotic as ours, so I feel you on that.
Yeah, with North Carolina, it's definitely, if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes.
It's pretty much how it is here too, but I'll take down south in a heartbeat.
So at this time, do you guys have anything you want to announce?
Nothing crazy, but we do plan on working on a new some new material in the first part of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming
Okay.
out soon.
You guys got a show coming up, don't you?
We got
Yeah,
Got
we
three.
got 3 shows coming up. The final 3 of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Woman Varsity is coming Tuesday. At Hooligans in our hometown, Jacksonville, with our homies, our local homies, Jeff Uriah.
shout out to the boys.
Yeah,
Shout out to the boys.
Oh,
And
Van.
then what's after that? We got a couple in December.
Yeah, we're
Lilac.
playing with Lilac and New
Yeah.
Band, with some
Durham.
older friends in Durham. Stellar Circuits is on that bill, and Hollow Intent. Some of the homies.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's going to be a stacked bill, man.
So you got some good shows coming up. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
And
great.
Then we're going to be in
Destroy that
Beach.
stage, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're actually re-releasing a song on Friday, right, Zach?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Friday.
This Friday, it's a remix of one of the songs from the Jonah Complex.
Okay.
I'm just gonna release it on Spotify, give people something to listen to.
Yeah, remix, remastered version of it. A little bit more punchy, a little different. So
Yeah.
Hits hard.
Awesome.
What'd you say, man?
You
I
guys
said
got
it hits harder.
Yeah, we're about to shoot another music video for Forgotten Lure.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be coming in the next month or two, doing the video.
Okay.
Forgotten Lord. Yeah. So a couple of things that we're working on, but definitely we're spending a lot of time writing some new material and getting ready for that next release. Hopefully we can do it by summer, like have it out by the summertime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tight.
And where can you all be followed?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
TikTok,
everything.
Yeah.
all the places.
Spotify, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all that, everything. We got it all.
Wherever you do social media, go look for Wake and Terror, and we got it.
Yep. And anything you stream or video or whatever, we on there too.
We got it.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, I would love to definitely be helping out in that, and you guys don't hesitate to send me any links, any new albums, anything you want. And, I'll be happy to blast it up here, and hit Chicago and just go coast to coast. Be more than happy to help that out because that's how I roll. So anything we can do to help the scene, man, I'm always there.
We appreciate
that.
Absolutely.
All right. I would like to thank you all for your time, and I will let you know when this is all posted.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you for
Awesome.
coming through.
It's nice meeting you guys, man. You guys have a good night. Kiss that baby boy good night.
Good night.
Will do.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. Take care.
Bye.